Man started his career as a model and had his first break in the television industry with his role in the 2018 hit series Why. His star didn't stop shining, and in 2020, he rose to international fame with his role in True Beauty. He is currently starring in 2 new series, The Sound of Magic and Why Her. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so thrilled to welcome back to the Philippines and present to you the brand ambassador of BYS Philippines, Hwang Youp.
Hello! 안녕하세요.
You can sit there. Yeah. Or would you like to say hello first?
안녕하세요, 배우 황희정입니다. Hello.
I'm gonna know the bosses. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, have a seat, please. And also at this point, I'd like to remind all of you to please put on your masks if you don't have them on yet. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 한국 분이신지 몰랐어요.
Yes, I am Korean. He's like, I didn't know you were Korean. I'm Korean. Okay. Welcome back to the Philippines.
네.
And as I'm sure the press are feeling the same way that I am, it's so wonderful to see you here live and in person. Let's start with how you've been the past 2 years. It's been a difficult 2 years for everyone. How are you feeling now? You know, you're able to travel again and you're back in the Philippines. All that good stuff.
네, 코로나 때문에 지금 계속 한국에 있다가 또 이렇게 다시 비행기를 타고 제가 너무나 사랑하는 나라 필리핀에 올 수 있어서 너무너무 기쁘고요. 또 어제 밤 10시 넘어서 도착했는데 많은 팬분들이 또 와서 너무 환영해 주셔가지고 굉장히 놀라면서도 너무 행복했는데 앞으로도 제가 필리핀에 온 것처럼 여러분들도 저희 한국에 오셔서 좋은 시간 보낼 수 있는 날들이 빨리 이루어지도록 하겠습니다.
제가 통역하는 건가요?
가능하지 않아요?
가능합니다. Okay, I'm the one to translate that. Okay, I was a little mesmerized though. So Hwang Youp says, first of all, he's very happy to be back in this country that he loves. And last night he arrived at 10:30 in the evening, and he was so surprised to see his fans who were there waiting for him. And he's very excited to be back and do things and see his fans here, but also he's waiting for the day that his Filipino fans and friends can come over to Korea, and they can also spend time over here for 4 years. How does it feel to be back on Philippine soil?
맞아요. 제가 다바오에서 한 4년 정도 살았었는데 사실은 너무 가고 싶어요. 다바오에. 네, 제 친구들이 벌써 한 10년 정도 됐거든요. 아직도 꾸준히 연락하고 있는 친구들은 같이 학생에서 교수님도 됐고 또 다른 나라에 가서 또 열심히 일하고 있는 친구들도 있는데 마닐라도 너무 사랑하지만 다바오도 너무 제가 살았던 도시이기 때문에 이번 일정에는 바빠서 갈 수가 없는데 몰래 갈 생각입니다.
Okay. So he goes, yes, I did live in Davao for 4 years, and it's been about 10 years since I saw my friends, but we still keep in touch. Some of them have, when he met them, they were students still. Some of them have become professors. Some of them are living abroad and working abroad. And he'd love to go back to Davao. Although he, yes, loves Manila too, Davao has a special place in his heart because he lived there. And the schedule for this trip is quite tight, so he probably will not be able to go to Davao, but maybe he will make a secret side trip, he says. Secret All right. Well, let's talk about skin. Of course, we have to talk about skin. Koreans are famous for their glass skin, and I can't say it for myself though. We love that even though men have fantastic skin, like you're flawless. Please tell us about your own skincare regimen. We want to know what your secrets are.
BYS를 쓰시면 되고요.
Of course, you have to use BYS. That's the secret.
제가 다바오에 있을 때부터 아주 어렸을 때부터 제품께서는 늘 항상 외출을 할 때마다 선크림을 꼭 발라주셨거든요. 그 습관이 여전히 있고 어딜 나가든 하고 있고요. 또 특별히 자외선을 많이 받아서 연기할 때 얼굴이 좀 탈 때는 밤에 수분팩 정도, 마스크팩 정도는 꼭 하는 것 같고 네, 않을까.
Yeah. So as a young child, every time we would step out, my parents would always put sunscreen on me, and that has become a habit. I maintain that to this day. And if I have an outdoor shoot that day and I was under the sun a lot and I was exposed to a lot of UV rays, I usually do like a hydrating mask when I get home at night. And probably the most important thing is a positive attitude. That is probably the most important thing from all of that. So yeah, okay, take notes, everyone. Okay, let's talk about the BYS line that you were also talking about. Which of the products from this line is your favorite that you would recommend to fans if they could only buy one item?
사실은 어떤 제품이 아니라 그 루틴 그거를 써야 되거든요. 스킨부터 세럼부터 로션, 크림까지 그 하나를 단계를 기초를 꼭 발라야 한다고 생각해요. 그래서 BYS 보면 그 BYS 루틴이 있거든요. 가능하시다면 그걸 꼭 함께 쓰는 게 제일 좋지 않을까.
네. So he says that it's really not one product, but it's a regimen. It's a line of products because he believes that you need to use the toner, the serum, the lotion, and the cream to get the full effect. So that is what he would recommend. And with that voice, parang nasiyastok ako. Oh my gosh. We need to get the full set, guys. Okay, so BYS stands for Be Yourself. Can you give a message to your fans on how to celebrate being themselves?
우리가 살다 보면 알람이 오는데
There's an alarm.
네. 열심히 살다 보면 저를 채찍질하고 저를 미워하는 마음이 있잖아요. 그러지 않고 나를 사랑하는 마음을 먼저 갖는 것이 제일 중요한 것 같고 나를 사랑해야 그 다음이 있는 거기 때문에 나를 사랑하는 것처럼 또 타인을 사랑해야 하는 게 아닐까 라는 생각.
네. He says, I think as you live life, you get to a point where you become very critical of yourself and maybe even hate yourself. And I think it's really important to switch that paradigm to loving yourself, because it is only in loving yourself that you are able to go to the next step, which is loving others. And I think that is my philosophy on being yourself. Fantastic answer. Thank you very much.
감사합니다.
A round of applause, please, before we move on to the media questions. Yes, we have a few questions here. Louise Lizan of Spot.ph. She wants to know, how do you take care of yourself apart from having a skincare routine? Just the general well-being of Hwang and Youp. How does that happen?
저녁에 샤워할 때 마지막 세안은 꼭 찬물로 세안하는 편이에요. 그리고 립밤 정도는 꼭 저녁에는 부탁드리고. 근데 한국에는 계절이 사계절이니까
네.
여기서는 가볍게 발라도 되지 않을까요?
네네네.
그런가요?
물어볼까요?
그럴까요?
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, don't look at me like that. Okay, so he says, and get ready, we're talking about the shower. He says when he takes a shower at night, he always makes sure to finish with a cold wash on his face. It's cold water always. And then lip balm is his thing, which is an essential. He likes to put on a lot of it, and he says, but that's probably because in Korea there are 4 seasons. In a country like the Philippines, where it's pretty hot and humid, you probably don't need that much. And he wants to ask you guys, actually, is that how it works, though? Not so much, like a little bit is okay here in the Philippines with the lip balm. Yes, 네, 맞습니다. Next question is from Nikki Hwang of Manila Standard. Outside of acting, do you have any other major interests or passions?
제가 야경을 좋아해서 가끔씩 밤에 혼자서 직접 운전해서 드라이브를 다니는 편이에요. 음악 들으면서 혼자서 좀 사색에 빠진 요소.
아니 혼자서 이렇게 강조하셔서.
그래? 진짜 그걸 좋아해서.
네네.
네.
Yeah. Okay. So what he really likes to do, he loves the night view. So what he likes to do is at night, he likes to get in the car by himself, put on some music, and take a drive around. Emphasis on by himself. I don't know why, but yes, he likes to do this alone. Who wants to join him on this next drive? 같이 가실 분, 다음에. Okay, from Kai Franco of Wonder Mag, are there any specific roles or drama movie genres that you want to explore in the future?
여러분들도 아시겠지만 제가 데뷔한 지 아직 얼마 안 돼서 어떤 특별히 어떤 역할을 하고 싶다는 생각보다는 지금은 어떤 장르든 도전을 해야 된다고 생각하고 있어요. 그래서 우선은 무엇이든 열심히 여러분들께 납득이 될 만한 좋은 연기를 보여드려야 하는 게 우선이지 않을까 싶어요.
네. He says, as you all know, it hasn't been that long since I debuted. So right now the focus isn't so much like what kind of role I would like to portray, but perhaps what genre I would like to explore. And even before that, it's really more about me wanting to show you my skills as a talented actor. I think that has to come first. So that is his focus right now, more than anything. We're looking forward to that. Okay, from Ruth Navarra of the Philippine Daily Inquirer. If you can take a friend to Korea, where would you take that person and why? Who'd love to go on a trip to Korea with Hwang and Youp? I know, all of us, yeah.
다 같이 가면 좋을 것 같은데 서울로 가시죠.
I'd love to take all of you. Would you like to go to Seoul? Anything in particular in Seoul? 서울에서 어디로 가실까요?
저희 집으로.
To his house now? Oh my goodness. I cannot. Okay. Hi. Okay. From Angeline Rodriguez of When in Manila. What do you miss most about the Philippines? And can we look forward to seeing more of you in the future?
우선은 덥지만 전 이 날씨를 되게 좋아하거든요. 한국은 굉장히 습한데 여기는 그래도 건조하면서 그늘에 있으면 여기 앞에 수영장 너무 가고 싶어요. 네. 그런 마음도 있고 또 저 여기는 음식이 맛있잖아요. 네. 이 자리가 끝나면 당장 먹으러 갈 생각이에요.
네.
네. 어떤 거 좋아하는지도 얘기할까요?
네, 이거 표현해드리고 제가 또 여쭤볼게요.
네, 알겠습니다.
Okay, so he goes, the Philippines is a little hot, but I actually really love this kind of weather. He finds it a little more drier here, and when you're under the shade, it's actually very pleasant. And he saw the pool here, and he'd love to go. Who'd love to see that? And then he goes, the Philippines has very good food. In fact, after this, I am going straight to having Filipino food. And he goes, should I ask them what I should have? Would you like to recommend a Filipino dish that he should have? 뭐가 제일, What do you miss?
저 여기 있을 때 졸리비 되게 좋아했어요.
He really liked Jollibee when he lived here.
졸리비 좋아했고 할로 하는 거.
할로.
그 청킹인가?
청킹.
그 파는 거 있잖아요. 그거 되게 좋아했고 그때 제가 영어 배울 때 그 튜터 선생님이 그 망고 플로트라고 하죠?
예예예. 망고 말린 거요?
네, 아니 망고 플로트로 그
타르트 같은 거.
네, 있어요. 그거 해주셔서 그거 먹고 싶어요.
Okay. So he goes, well, I think you understood the brands that he mentioned, yes. But when he was learning English here, he had a tutor, and she would make him mango float. Yes, and he would keep it in the fridge, and he misses that a lot. Oh, sarap nga actually, mango float. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for getting us working up an appetite. From Hazel Raffol of Anyong Oppa, are there any experiences or places you'd like to visit in the Philippines that you haven't had before?
세부도 안 가봤고요. 보라카이도 안 가봤어요. 제가 바귤시티는 가봤거든요.
네.
그래서 보라카이하고 세부는
Cebu, and he hasn't yet been to Boracay. He has been to Baguio though, so he'd love to go to Cebu and Boracay, and yeah, maybe when he takes that secret trip to Davao, he'll also swing by Cebu and Boracay. Yes, pero secret pa rin yun, guys. Okay. I think this one we maybe could have answered already, but it's a question that's coming from Hannah Tamondong of Cosmo.ph, talking about your favorite Filipino food. Did we miss out anything? What's your favorite Filipino food?
파인애플 진짜 맛있지 않아요?
맛있죠.
그죠?
네.
파인애플하고 드라이 망고. 제 친구들이 여기 오면 드라이 망고 좀 사달라고 해가지고 한국에서도 그 드라이 망고 수입이 오는 게 있어서 그것도 많이 먹고.
맞아요. 예. 튀김 같은 거, 오렌지색 튀김.
맞아요. 그것도 먹었었어요. 네.
Okay, so he really likes pineapple. He thinks Philippine pineapples are very delicious, so he misses that. Dried mango. In fact, his friends, when they found out that he's coming to the Philippines, gusto nila na pasalubong yung dried mango in the Philippines. And then this is a surprising one. He goes, "It's kwek kwek, right? It's called kwek kwek." I'm like, yeah. I miss that. I used to eat that in the street. Oh my goodness. So kwek kwek, guys. Okay, you're full of surprises. Okay. I think this is our last question already, and it's coming from Isabel Abad of Rappler. There are so many Filipino fans that are avid supporters of you, and now that you have the chance to see them, is there anything you'd like to say to them?
정말 이렇게 많은 사랑을 주실지 몰랐는데 너무 큰 사랑 주셔서 진심으로 너무 감사드리고요. 그리고 또 제가 이렇게 살았던 이곳에서 이렇게 여러분들이 많은 사랑을 주시는 게 제 개인적으로 굉장히 신기하면서도 놀라운 경험인 것 같아요. 앞으로 지금 방영 중인 웹스제이가도 많이 사랑해 주셨으면 좋겠고 또 여러분들께 또 색다른 작품으로 또 더 좋은 기회로 또 한 번 방문할 테니까 잊지 않고 잘 기억해 주셨으면 좋겠고 항상 건강을 챙기셨으면 좋겠어요. 네.
First of all, he wasn't expecting this kind of love, and so he's very thankful for this great love that he is receiving from the Philippines. And it's especially close to his heart personally because this is a country that he's lived in. And so to be receiving this kind of love is fascinating, and he's so grateful for it also at the same time. And he is asking for your support on his current show, and he wishes you good health, all of you. And again, he expresses his gratitude for this great love from the Philippines. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hwang and Youp live in the Philippines for BYS. Thank you for your questions as well, and I hope you enjoyed getting to know our guest a bit more. And now, can we have you please stand